In the 5th century, the world was changing rapidly. The Western Roman Empire was no longer the unstoppable force it once was. The borders were weakening. Armies were stretched thin. And new powers were rising from the edges of the known world. Among them was a name that would strike fear across Europe. Attila, leader of the Huns. And to many, he was known as the Scourge of God. The Huns were not like Rome. They did not build cities in the same way. They did not rely on long political institutions. Instead, they were fast, mobile, and extremely effective in warfare. They came from the Eurasian steppes, Gyumbiki, a vast open land where horse culture dominated survival. From childhood, Hun warriors learned to ride, to shoot arrows from horseback, to survive harsh conditions, and to fight constantly. This created a different kind of army, one that moved quickly, struck suddenly, and disappeared before enemies could respond. Into this world, Attila was born. He was likely born around 406 AD. Alongside his brother Bleda, they were members of the ruling elite of the Huns, and at first, they ruled together. But Attila was ambitious, calculated, and extremely aware of power dynamics. Eventually, Bleda died under unclear circumstances, and Attila became sole ruler. From that moment, everything changed. Attila began consolidating power over the Hunnic tribes, unifying them under a single leadership, and turning them into one of the most feared military forces in Europe. At the time, the Roman Empire was divided. The Western Roman Empire struggled with internal instability, political corruption, economic decline, and constant pressure from external forces. This created opportunity. Attila saw weakness, and he exploited it. He launched campaigns into the Balkans, destroying cities, demanding tribute, forcing Rome to pay enormous amounts of gold to avoid invasion. In many cases, Rome paid just to survive, but Attila wanted more, much more. He demanded influence over Roman politics, interference in leadership decisions, and even territory. Eventually, Rome refused, and war became inevitable. Attila's forces advanced deeper into Roman territory. Cities fell, panic spread across Europe, refugees fled ahead of the Hunnic advance. Entire regions were destabilized, and Rome prepared for confrontation. But Attila did not rely on traditional siege warfare. He relied on speed, psychological pressure, and fear. His army could appear suddenly, strike quickly, and retreat before counterattacks could form. This made him extremely difficult to fight. One of his most famous campaigns took him into Gaul, modern-day France, where he faced a combined Roman and Visigothic force, led by Flavius Aetius. Aetius was one of the last great Roman commanders in the West. He understood that Attila could not be ignored. A massive confrontation became unavoidable. The battle took place in 451 AD, known as the Battle of the Catalaunian Plains. Battle of the Catalaunian Plains, one of the largest battles of late antiquity. The battlefield was chaotic. Multiple armies, different alliances, conflicting interests. Rome and its allies fought desperately to stop the Huns. Attila's forces were strong, highly mobile, aggressive, but they were finally checked. The battle did not produce a decisive destruction of Rome, but it stopped Attila's advance, and it marked the limit of his western expansion. Despite this, Attila was far from defeated. He turned his attention elsewhere, later launching campaigns toward Italy. Cities were threatened again. Fear returned. Rome was once more on the edge of disaster. But then, something unexpected happened. Attila halted his campaign. Historical accounts differ. Some say disease, some say logistics, some say negotiation with envoys, including the influence of Pope Leo I. Pope Leo I. Whatever the reason, Attila withdrew from Italy. Rome survived, but the psychological impact remained enormous because Attila had proven something important. Even the greatest empire of the West, could be shaken, and fear alone had become a weapon. Shortly after, Attila's life came to an unexpected end. In 453 AD, he died suddenly. Accounts suggest it may have been a nosebleed during sleep. or internal hemorrhage, his empire, built rapidly, struggled to survive without him, without strong central leadership. The Hunnic Confederation began to break apart. Allies separated, power fragmented, and the empire collapsed within a few years, built quickly and gone just as fast. But Attila's legacy did not disappear. In Roman and European memory, he became a symbol of destruction, fear, and unstoppable invasion. Writers portrayed him as a force of nature, a man who challenged the Roman world during its final centuries. Even today, his name is associated with power and terror, not because he built lasting cities, but because he demonstrated how fragile even great empires could be. If you want more history content, historier, stories about the rulers and warriors who shaped civilizations, Ginkyoki's, subscribe. More is coming.